Hey nerds, don't go anywhere because we have something very, very special, a world exclusive of the first lightsaber that Obi-Wan Kenobi had. Not the one from the Phantom Menace, but one before that. You've never seen this before, so stick around because you don't want to miss this.
May the Force be with you, Padawan.
Hey nerds, welcome back to the Fellowship of the Nerds. I am your host as always, Luke Skywalker, and today we have a really cool one. Like I said at the start, we are going to see a lightsaber that you've never seen before. This is a world exclusive. We're the first channel reviewing this, and it's also the first time that this lightsaber has ever existed. And I'm talking about Korriban's the Blue Adept. This is the first lightsaber that Obi-Wan Kenobi had before the Phantom Menace, the one he makes just as he gets to become an apprentice of Qui-Gon Jinn. If you never read these books, Jedi Apprentice, I definitely recommend that you read them because they're really, really cool. This is an exclusive design that Korriban has made, and you're about to be blown away by it. Okay, nerds, so in our amazing Korriban Sabers box, we're going to find, well, first of all, the usual quotes that you get on these. Jedi must know his true enemies, and then anger is our enemy, greed and fear are also our enemies. This is a line from Qui-Gon Jinn to young Obi-Wan, and just remember this for later, I'll only say that. Now inside the box we're going to find our hilt, which is amazing. It comes sideways, so you know it fits the buttons. And we're going to find our charger here, and under that we have our wrench. And this is really cool thing that we got. These are a couple of plaques that we got from Nurse Loot. We got two types of design specifically for this. So obviously these did not come on the box, but you can order these from Nerdloot. So I'll leave the link in the description so you can have a complete overall experience with your Blue Adept lightsaber, which I think is absolutely cool. This is an absolute amazing lightsaber just from the get-go. You can already see it, how amazingly looking it is. So let's get this out of the box and play with it a little bit. And look at this beauty of a lightsaber. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely, you can see easily a really good combination of Phantom Menace and the OG design right here, because you can see the pommel is very, very reminiscent of what will become the pommel of Obi-Wan from episode 3 onwards, up until, you know, his iconic one from episode 4 A New Hope. But then the buttons and this really flat emitter without any, you know, any holes or anything like that, it reminds you a lot of the one from Phantom Menace. It's really, and this grip, you know, it's not quite the grenade grip that we've seen, is not quite the one from Phantom Menace. Is it really, like, it's absolutely phenomenal, guys. Like, I cannot tell you how impressive this thing is. It takes a 7/8 of an inch blade, which is really, really cool. It doesn't come with this blade plug. This blade plug that we see here is the one that we put ourselves, and this one is truly, truly fantastic. First of all, you would have seen the plaques that we put up that we got from Nurse Loot. They're fantastic. You can check out the description, the link, if you want one, because, you know, and if you want to change something of that design, that's the design that I came up with, Nurse Loot, but you can pretty much customize it however you want. So absolutely, you can get that. I also want to point out this lightsaber has a very, very peculiar way of accessing the core. Now, this comes with a retention screw here. When you get it, the retention screw is not tightened, and it's just that you can unscrew this. Now, in order to access it, you have to unscrew, and the pommel will have a little piece here. This piece sort of serves as a, you know, top, if you will, as a limit to the actual core, so it sits properly, and the speaker is not loose like that. And you want to pull slightly as you twist counterclockwise, and then it comes off. And you want to do that while the button is facing up. And you do this, and boom.
Icon was right. If I tried to stop Jemba, I would be doing so only to satisfy my own rage.
This is an exclusive sound font that we've come up with here at the Fellowship of the Nerds. Absolutely cool, based on quotes from the book. Really, you know, not to toot my own horn here, but really, really good. And I just felt that this lightsaber deserved its own unique font with, you know, stuff from the book, instead of just having something generic from Phantom Menace. Of course, there's nothing before Phantom Menace that we've seen in any media, so we pretty much had to come up with it. And this one is an exclusive one that we've put on this saber. Absolutely amazing. And I honestly, I cannot fault this. Like just from looking at it, I can already tell you it's easily a really cool lightsaber. So what do you say if we go outside and we have a look at this one in the dark? I'll show you what it looks like when it lights up and everything. And just if you're new here, by the way, first of all, subscribe. But second of all, normally what we do here is I will show you a little bit of how this looks like in the dark, you know, light it up and see how it sounds like, what the smooth swing is like and everything. We'll bring it back inside. We'll do a quick go around of, you know, the sound fonts, the sound font itself of the, you know, of the character itself. And then we rate this based on ergonomics, we rate it based on design, we rate it based on sound, and then we have an overall rating. And that's how we make our recommendation if it's one that we recommend here at the Fellowship of the Nerds. So let's take this one outside and I'll show you what it looks like in the dark, because it's really amazing.
Justice must be sought out. You are my last chance to be a Jedi Knight. I don't know about the future, but today I choose not to fight. Obi-Wan, Rising Force.
Absolutely amazing lightsaber, absolutely amazing sound font, and you would have heard also one Sith sound font that he's created for this era of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think it's been fantastic to be able to see what comes out of, because, you know, one Sith is always one of the great guys when it comes to sound font. So you're all going to be able to get his sound font for this one, and I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy it. But remember that the one that we've created here at the Fellowship of the Nerds will come with the lightsaber, so that's something that you'll be able to get, and you will also be able to get the one Sith one, which is absolutely phenomenal, as you've heard as well. So, you know, what more can you ask? You're going to get a brand new lightsaber of something that's never been tried before, and you're going to get it with an exclusive sound font, and you're also going to be able to get on top of that another sound font that's specifically for this era of the character. I mean, it's a win all around. I will say this though, on top of this, you're also going to be able to get your 15% discount with the code Fellowship on Corband, so you can get this for a better price. Because I know that sometimes they're running sales, of course, when it's May the 4th, or, you know, whenever it's Black Friday, stuff like that, like some places would. But our code, if you're watching this at some point that's not at that point in time, you will be able to use Fellowship. You'll be able to see it here on Corband, and I'll also leave a link in the description for you to get directly the saber, and you'll be able to nab off 15% off of this at any point in time. So that's absolutely phenomenal. Now, having said that, let's check out the sound fonts now that we're back in, and we're going to start off with the one that we've created, the one that will come with this lightsaber. Mind you though, because this is the one that we just saw, the last that we just saw, and the one that comes on when you turn on your core, you're gonna have to, if you want to hear the fun itself, you're gonna have to like cycle back. So Core Band has this thing where like their lightsabers don't, you know, it's not like all the makers where like if you angle up or down or whatever, you go back and forth. What you need to do is you simply, you know, you keep going on your sound font.
Become a Jedi is not an easy challenge.
And this will be
If
the
you succeed, it's a hard life.
the Qui-Gon font. And once you get there, you just long press the main button,
Justice must be sought out.
and that's the font for the saber, and you're back on this font. So absolutely phenomenal. I'll also point out you will get music with this.
I don't know about the future, but today I choose not to fight.
So you will get very calm Obi-Wan suite, which I think is fantastic. And now we're going to try without the music, so you can hear.
I'm not afraid to fight him without his blindfold.
All the Force sounds.
Wait, if I was wrong, it only means I need the best teacher. Will you take me with you? I'm not afraid to fight him without his blindfold.
Has a few more. So
I don't know about the future, but today I choose not to fight.
and you also get a more post off. So
Put your lightsaber away. You can't win like this. If he opens fire, people will die needlessly. A Jedi must know his true enemies. Anger is our enemy. Greed and fear are also our enemies.
this is on the box that you would have seen at the beginning. I remember I told you to remember what was written in the box. That's why you get one of the post off sounds, which is a line from Qui-Gon Jinn as he speaks it to young Obi-Wan Kenobi. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, let's go over to Juan Sith.
Obi-Wan, Rising Force. To be a good person is more important than being a Jedi. To be a good person is more important than being a Jedi.
Absolutely cool as well. No post off on this one, but because you know, once it's obviously they will come with some quotes, so you can toy around, you know, tinker around with whatever it is that you want. You can put some Force and post off or whatever. It's really not that complicated, and as you would have seen, whenever you access the core, it's very easy to access the SD, so you'll be able to do those changes without even having to know how to code on Profades. Again, another reason why this lightsaber is phenomenal. Now, the rest of the sound fonts I'm not going to go over to, because pretty much a main reason is that this is a set of sound fonts that's pretty much similar to what Core Bands usually includes on their premium lightsabers. So you would have seen all of these on our review, for example, of Darth Plagueis. So if you want to go and check that out, you'll have it somewhere around here on the screen, or if you're watching this on your cell phone, you'll have it there, and if not, you should have it in the description. Anyways, you can go check out that review and you'll see the entire showcase of sound fonts. Just thought it wasn't, you know, of much value to bore you with all of them, but it will include the premium sound fonts that Core Bands always includes, which are absolutely phenomenal. So I 100% recommend that you go and check them out on that other video. But what you will get is, besides of all of this, it's a really great lightsaber, and I think that is a good reason why we should go over our ratings. And I'm going to start with ergonomics. The ergonomics of this lightsaber is easily a 10. This thing is a dream on the hand, like absolutely not a problem whatsoever to swing around. Trying to like not hit anything on the ceiling or anything like that, but like absolutely amazing, really responsive, really good. So that gets a 10, and it goes in on hand in hand with the design, which also gets a 10, because this lightsaber is essentially, as I said at the beginning, this is sort of a mix of various lightsabers that we see Obi-Wan in the rest of his life. So it's the bottom line is that it feels perfectly on the hand. The design of it is so beautiful. And again, I want you to see the details of, like, you know, you have this, which is reminiscent of his last era, this, which is a mix between, you know, episode 1 and 2 and his other handles. This is also reminiscent of his last bits, but this one is a good crossover of Attack of the Clones and episode 1 and the rest. But like it reminds you, because of the black accent, it reminds you a lot of episode 1 and 2. So it's an incredible, and the buttons, of course, very reminiscent of episode 1 and 2. So all around, it's a perfect combination of everything. And the fact that, you know, in your core brings crystal, kyber crystal that's revealed when you remove the entire core, everything. Fantastic. Like, I mean, it's all around a knockout when it comes to the design. And when it comes to sound, I am going to have to give it a 10. Not because we've done the sound font here at the Fellowship of the Nerds, but I like it that, on the one hand, in terms of font, like, you will have a character sound font out of the box. That's amazing. It will have the option to get another sound font from one set, so you also get the possibility of getting more sound fonts from the same era of the character. And on top of that, it has all the range of deluxe sound fonts that Corbin's also includes. So in terms of sound fonts, you're 100% covered. But it comes to volume. It has the perfect volume. It is loud enough that if you were to con, you would hear this without any issue whatsoever. But you won't be worried about, you know, blowing your speaker or anything like that. So that's absolutely fantastic. So all around, it is a 10. It is a knockout. It's a home run of a lightsaber. So 100% Fellowship recommended. No questions asked. And that is our review, nerds. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found that useful. I hope that you love as much as we did here at the Fellowship of the Nerds, the fact that we're getting a lightsaber of a time that we had never seen Obi-Wan. His really true first lightsaber, which is the one that he creates in the story of the first book. Absolutely stellar. I hope that you get it. Remember that you can get the 15% discount with the code Fellowship at any point, and just go in and enjoy it. And remember, if you look at the description, if you want to get one of the plaques that I showed you, you can get at Nurse Loot. You have the link in the description for you to go get it. So absolutely treat yourself, because this is something that is amazing. Nerds, I've been your host as always, Luke Skywalker. Remember, until we meet again, the Force will be with you always. Remember to live long and prosper, and may the odds be ever in your favor, Melanin. And until we meet again, mischief managed. I'll see you around, nerds.